Hey, good evening, Wiser Nation. How are we? 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 How are you? 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 Rosemary Adeboye Bolaji. How are you, all my people? How are you? I see we are fine. We are fine. Good evening, beautiful. Good evening, beautiful. Good evening, beautiful. Who is saying good evening, beautiful? Hi, people. Good to see you tonight. Good to see you tonight. You made it, 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 you made it. Woo! Yes, I'm excited to see you. If you didn't know before now, know it that I am excited to see you. If you haven't been to streamyard.com/Facebook, please go there quickly. Go there now, streamyard.com/Facebook. Then give them permission so that on StreamYard, where I am now, I can see your name. Else, I will see you show as Facebook user. For example, let me show you. Somebody has said, "Hi, Dr. Joyce." I don't know who it is, but I know only one person calls me Dr. Joyce. Only one person I know calls me Dr. Joyce. Only one person I know calls me Dr. Joyce. So I'm guessing it is my doctor all the way from Enugu. All right, I see Karis, I see Adeboye, I see Bolaji, I see Abiola, I see Chizurum, Abasi Freke, Ata, Ahonlika, Anikana Basi, Facebook user Rachel, Adeboye, Rosemary. I see all y'all. Mudo. Yes, I'm in a fantastic mood. I'm in a fantabulous mood. I am in a great mood. Hi, NK darling Sissy. Good to see you. Good evening. Beautiful evening to you, Neka. I see you. I see you. Somebody said Joyce the Titanium. Okay, NK, that's you. So I'm seeing you on Facebook here. Here I'm seeing you as Facebook user. Go to streamyard.com/Facebook and give permission. Hey, Ekoma, how are you? How are you, Ibiso, Tari, Bizai, Neka? I see you. Loving my dress. Oh, thank you. I'm feeling very ladylike today. Yeah, welcome. Love the mood always. Thank you, Neka. Mwah. Thank you. Has your day been great like mine? Your day has been great like mine? All right. I'm grateful to God for his mercies that endure forever. Dr. Ajakovi, go and put your name. It's only you that calls me Dr. Joyce. Somebody is saying she's the second to call me Dr. Joyce now. Share my skincare routine. I always glow. Oh, Rachel, you got me tripping tonight. Number one skincare routine, water. Water. Lots of water. If the body is supposed to be 70% water, we should be drinking liters. So there's a typical way to measure the amount of water you're supposed to be drinking, but on the average, you should drink about 2 to 3 liters every day. That you can hardly ever go wrong with drinking 2 to 3 liters of water. Oh, I should also let you know that there's one light here that's helping me. Let me put off the light and you see if there's a difference. Can you see a difference? Yeah, you can see some difference, right? But when I put on the light and make it warm, if I make it cool, you see, it changes the shade, right? Then when I make it warm, it changes it to give it a nice look. You know, these are their tools. It's 8:05. Okay, let's go into our study. We're studying chapter 14. Welcome, everybody. And we're resuming from verse 14 where we left off this morning. We stopped at verse 13. So let's continue from verse 14. Are you with me? If you're with me, I say you still glue even without the light. Oh, Rachel, you're too much. You're carrying me. That's you put me inside your pocket. Take me home. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Verse 14 says, a mean person gets paid back in meanness. Wow. A gracious person in grace. What you give is what you get. So be careful what you give. It will come back to you. Just be careful. A mean person gets paid back in meanness. So this is one of the reasons why I'm learning over time. And I know sometimes it can be so difficult, but I'm learning not to be mean to people, because even when they don't mean to be mean, they respond the way I speak to them. So if I say to somebody, I use people at the airport as examples a lot. If I get to the airport counter, for example, and let's say I saw somebody was carrying my suitcase wrongly while they were trying to weigh it. If I shout and say, "Okay, why are you carrying my suitcase like that now?" I am more likely than not going. Wonder why they shout. Now only you get bag. Are you with me? But if I said to him, "Ogasa, I beg, hold my suitcase, jeje, small, small, guess what? He will very likely say, "Madam, no worry, I no go break them." If you speak to people and treat people with grace, you tend to get gracious responses. If you sow, if you give in meanness, you tend to get it back. Yes, some people will say, but there's sometimes you're really nice and graceful and gracious to people, but they respond to you meanly. What do you do? Still be gracious and graceful. Always err on the side of caution. Always fall to the side of what is correct. Don't, for fear of being mistreated, treat people bad. No, treat people good. If they treat you bad in response, it's on them, not on you. Verse 15 says, the gullible believe anything they're told. The prudent sift and weigh every word. The act of sifting and weighing comes from a place of maturity. It actually comes from a place of having an open mind. Open-minded doesn't mean that you accept everything. You're gullible. No. What does gullible mean? Let's see. Gullible is ga or ulu ulu ibulu. Gullible. Easily persuaded to believe something. That you're open-minded doesn't necessarily mean you are easily persuaded. No. You are open-minded means you can listen. You are open-minded enough to listen, and after that you weigh every word. You check, what does this mean? How can we apply it? What does this mean? How can I apply it? How that's the difference between being gullible and being open-minded. Being open-minded can even say being prudent. What does prudent mean? I know Coach Mfon defined it that day. We'll define it again. Repetition, we say, is the law of deep and lasting impression, right? The more you repeat, the more you do something, the more impressed you get, or the more impressions you get. Acting or showing care. Prudent means acting or showing care, acting with or showing care and thought for the future. So you're prudent, you're futuristic. So you don't want to shut down what the person is saying in the now. You want to understand it enough to see how you can apply it to the future. How the future is the next minute, right? Your future is the next second. The future is not 5, 10 years away alone. The future is also the very next minute. So if you're speaking to me, I will listen enough to understand for application in my future. I am not porous where everything enters without my thinking. That's what gullible is. You're so easily persuaded you can't think through. So please, let's not confuse the two, being open-minded and being gullible. We're saying don't be gullible, be what? Open-minded, prudent enough to research and weigh every word. Verse 15. No, so now verse 16 says, the wise watch their steps and avoid evil. Fools are headstrong and reckless. Avoiding evil could be as simple as avoiding misspending. If exposed to spending money when there is cash in your purse or in your wallet or in your pocket, then avoid evil by taking the money out of your account and putting it in your pocket. Avoid cash at all costs, because evil becomes, or it becomes evil when you spend money for that is earmarked for one thing on another. Remember, we talked about keeping account of our finances, and right now we are in that space of being more prudent, more futuristic with our expenses and our inflows. So avoid evil by watching your step. Right now, we are taking account of our time, we're taking account of the people we help, we're taking account of the flow of our monies. Are you on that journey with me? Yes, we are on that journey. So we are using that to watch our steps to avoid evil. Else, we might find that in this festive season of Christmas, what you should be keeping to pay school fees for your children in January, if you are not careful, you would use it as charity in December. That's being misguided. Except, of course, there is somewhere else that you know the school fees money is. School fees is not, I repeat, school fees is not for doing Christmas jamboree for anybody. If that money has been earmarked for school fees, keep it for school fees. Avoid evil by now saying, well, now, if I don't go for Christmas in the village now, they will say I've begun to backslide. They would say this, so let's go. Knowing full well that the moment you get into that village, you will spend everything you have. You might even borrow. Please borrow brain. Say, but fools are headstrong and reckless. They will say, well, anything will happen, make we do. Make we go there, nothing, no shaking, and then we'll get back to January, we start struggling again. Life is not supposed to be so hard. Please write it, I beg. This life is not supposed to be so hard. We make hard choices, we work hard, but we are not, life is not supposed to be suffering. We're not supposed to be, I want to strike the balance between working hard, long suffering, paying prices, paying dues, and being foolish. Please, don't be foolish. There's a difference between hard work, long suffering, and foolishness. If I take my son's January school fees and give it to the people in my village and say, well, I need to do charity, that's not wise. That's foolishness. So now, if by January I have no money to pay school fees and I say, well, it's one of the things that comes with life, it's one of the hardships that comes with life. No, you've crossed the line. Now, that's foolishness. You see, not every time we suffer were we supposed to suffer. If we schedule aright, if we take the pain to hold off what we call hold off for what delayed gratification, it will pay off. It will pay off. There were a number of Dubai trips that I didn't take not because I couldn't afford them, but because I knew that those monies needed to go and yield harvest for me in investment accounts. So that in the day that such a thing as COVID-19 happens, I am so padded and cushioned, I will not miss sleep for 1 minute. I am not saying that it is wrong to go to Dubai. No, don't go to Dubai if you cannot afford Dubai based on the financial scheduling, the basic financial scheduling that we've done, where we said 50% of your income should go to your needs, 30% to your wants, and 20 to your investments. If your Dubai trip sits well within 30% of your income, please go. I want to go to, where is the place I say I want to go to in January for my birthday? Seychelles, yes. I want to go to Seychelles in January and go and spend my birthday week there. Hopefully with my son, if he wants to come along with me. If he doesn't want to come along with me, I'll go by myself and enjoy solo time. But you see, that trip must be within 30% of my income. Else, I will lie down on my bed for 1 week and I will put pictures of Seychelles as my screenshots. What do you call that? What you save on your phone? So in screensaver, I will use pictures of Seychelles on my screensaver. Trust me, I can even print the pictures of Seychelles and put on my wall around me. And guess what? I will be in Seychelles on my bed. We can even go a step further and go to YouTube. We might even find some videos of Seychelles and I'll be watching it every day. And some days I can take water from my bottle and splash on myself and say, this is water from the beach. Hallelujah. Until such a time, you want to come along, let's go. Just hold your own ticket. That's all. Hold your ticket. Let's what? Go. We don't need visa. You just need your, when we get it, they stamp entry. The wise watch their steps and avoid evil. Fools are headstrong and reckless. I've been a fool many times. We don't have to continue to be fools. It doesn't mean that we will not make foolish decisions once in a while as we go ahead. No, but we don't have to live there. It's okay to fall, but don't stay fallen. If you realize that this is a foolish decision, correct yourself. Remember where we studied, I think it was on day 5 or so, where it said if you have pawned your shirt and you now start getting cold, please go back to the pawn person and tell them, give me my shirt back. Are you with me? So verse 17 says, the hot-headed do things they'll later regret. Please, for everyone or to everyone here who has boasted in the fact that, you see, hot-head now my name. Seychelles, here we come. They don't know what's coming. Hey, they don't know that Wiser Nation is coming. Those who say, see me, I'm hot-headed, oh, be careful. Say, calm down. Mommy, calm down. Daddy, be calming down. Be calming down. Because in the state of hot-headedness, we tend to do things we'll later regret. I've been there. I've said things that I have regretted or I wished I didn't say. Done things that I had wished I didn't do because of hot-headedness. Maybe the one thing that hurt me the most that I knew I missed because of hot-headedness, like, I beg, people should leave me, we'll make it, was my SSC. I always think about it. I could have had straight A's in SSC if I had just calmed down. But that hothead said, don't worry, I beg. By the time I saw my result and realized that I was going to miss a year because I had to write SSC again, I had to write JAMB again. Oh my gosh, that thing pained me. Oh. That thing pained me because I could easily have made all A's if I had just done, mommy, calm down. In the state of hot-headedness, I was very angry once with my husband, 2011, I think. I was so angry with him. I was trying to get his attention. I hit the laptop and the laptop fell down and broke. My laptop with a lot of information that I had been trying to work on. So they were able to salvage the hard drive, but the laptop was gone. That was the last time I hit anything trying to express myself, because I mean, it wasn't funny. No, it wasn't funny. It wasn't funny. I regretted that one. I was like, what? What? What's the meaning of that nonsense? Because you were trying to show your anger, you flung the thing. You didn't even look at what you were flunging. And it was, alas, your laptop that became a laptop and became a cry top because you flung it. The cold hearted get the cold shoulder. If you're constantly getting cold shoulders from people, check yourself. Everybody can't be wrong. Check yourself. It's most likely because you are giving cold shoulders to. Now, when I want to make a distinction here. Not everyone that gives off cold shoulders is cold-hearted, but everyone who is cold-hearted will give off a cold shoulder. Some of us give off cold shoulders because we don't know how to break the ice, how to be warm. Many of us are afraid of being warm. We don't know how to walk into a place and smile at people and say, hello, how are we? Good evening. We walk in and we quickly walk to one corner and mind our business. Whereas Joyce will walk into the room and say, good evening, everyone. How are you? And they say, oh, fine, good. And people are like, everybody's so nice to you. No, I came in and I gave them the vibe which they would use to treat me. We control to a very large extent the way people treat us. It's the way we treat them. If I walk into a restaurant and the person opens the door for me and I notice that her name is Coca-Cola, and I say, hello, Coca-Cola, how are you? Before she can think, she will respond by smiling and say, hello, ma. And I say, Coca-Cola, come and take me to what seat? Where do you want me to sit today? And she say, ma, anywhere. I said, no, I won't sit anywhere. I'll sit only where you say I should sit. And she will now smile, one shy smile, and go, okay, ma, come and sit here. And then I sit. I'm winning her. Coca-Cola will, by default, want to give me superior service just because I served her first. I gave her the vibe which she collected and has used to treat me. To a large extent, because we give room for those people that no matter how you treat them, they don't know how to treat you back. Some of them, I won't just say that, some of them just have a plastic face. So even when they're happy, they don't know how to show. No matter how happy they are, their faces are like this. And they will tell you, this is my happy face. And they say, smile, and they say, I'm smiling. I'm sure you know people like this. They just smile like this. I say, smile now. But let me blow up. Like, when you tell them smile, they'll do like this. You say, smile well. Smile like you're happy now. Some people just have a problem with facial expression. In their heart of hearts, they're really happy. They want to express themselves, but some of them, I don't know if it's the facial muscle that needs to be massaged or something. Some have been so dealt hard blows in life that they are even afraid to smile. Some don't know that somewhere deep down there is some sadness that's still lurking around. So even when they want to smile, it might come out, but after a while, when that burden is taken away, some of them now genuinely light up and smile. So be careful. Know which one might be worrying you. Is it cold shoulderedness or cold heartedness? What could cause cold heartedness? Number one, conditioning. You might have been told for so long that, oh, that was you trying to hide your cut tooth, you see, so you were just smiling like this. You might have been so told so long that you shouldn't be too nice to people so they don't take advantage of you. I've heard people say that to people. I've heard parents say that to their children, and I go, conditioning. So over time, you got used to not showing kindness or showing warmth. And so you became cold hearted because of conditioning. Two might have been from experience. Number one is conditioning, number two is experience. And of course, experience can affect your conditioning. You might have been nice to someone or someone's, and the response you got wasn't what you expected. You got less than what you expected. And so you decided, you made, as it were, a permanent decision for a temporary situation. And you said, from now on, I'm not going to be nice to anybody because the ones I was nice to, they showed me pepe. So your experience might have now made you cold hearted. So that even when you see genuine people that you should be warm towards, you've become, I want to say cynical, but that's not quite the word I need. You've become cold, and you go, I'm not trying this. No, 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 no. They've done it to me before. You know, it's like when somebody has been brokenhearted by a guy or a girl and says, you see, men, they're all the same. I'm not going to, in fact, anyone that comes, I'm going to deal with him, or any woman that comes, I'm going to deal with her. We hear these kind of things all the time where, because of one experience, you block your heart against many. That is not wise, because in blocking your heart against many other people, you end up cheating yourself, because the blessings, as it were, that come with warmth, the receiving of warmth, or the giving of warmth, and by extension, the reciprocation of warmth, you miss such blessings. So for someone who is listening right now, who might have become cold-hearted because of conditioning or experience, one major thing you need is an open mind, a mind that is now ready to question every situation, analyze it on its own merit. I'm not going to treat Ekoma the way I treated Ofonime. I'm not going to treat Ata the way I treat Abimbola. I'm not going to let the way Bizai speaks to me affect how I respond to Ebere. That Adebimpe did something doesn't mean Anek and Abasi will suffer for it. That Mfon did something to me doesn't mean that Aibonoga will suffer for it. That Denise did something to me doesn't mean that Bolaji will suffer for it. And I can go on. That Peace did something to me doesn't mean that Jennifer should suffer for it. No, I would treat everyone based on their own merit. And we can transcend to the next level to say, even if Joyce hurt me, I can grow into the place of forgiveness and forgive Joyce and still be warm to her. That's the place of prudence, doing it for the future's sake. That's the place of an open mind, deciding to treat everyone based on their own merit. That my father is irresponsible toward me does not mean that every man will be irresponsible towards me. That my sister is unkind to me doesn't mean that every other woman friend will be unkind to me. Don't label. We're going back. Labeling is a problem. That my mother used pestle, or mortar pestle, to hit my head doesn't mean that every other woman will hit my head. You see, sometimes just from one experience, we label. That this teacher flogged me doesn't mean this other teacher will flog me. We proceed. Verse 18. Verse 18 says, foolish dreamers live in a world of illusion. Wise realists plant their feet on the ground. Foolish dreamers are those who build castles in the air. Faith is the substance of things hoped for. So, tomorrow in 2021, I would like to host a Valentine's party in my village. My village is Idunwele Ewu of Eastern Central Local Government in Edo State. I would like to host a party for youths in my village on Sunday, the 14th of February, a Valentine's party, right? I would want to have canopies, DJ, gifts, food for them, right? And have a discussion about financial literacy or something, or love and relationships on that day. Please, the question you should ask me now is, Joyce, how much are you saving every week or every day or every month toward that? Yes or no? The foolish dreamer is the one that has saved nothing, reserved nothing, has not asked how much it is to rent canopy, DJ, cost of food, but is already saying, don't worry, we'll be there in February. More often than not, more likely than not, February will come, and what will happen to the party? It will not hold. That's what we mean by foolish dreaming, dreaming without plans. Realists will plant their feet on the ground, and the wisdom himself, herself, is saying that those who plant their feet are wise. So the wise will say, how much will the party cost? They would say, oh, the party is going to cost 400,000. How much am I therefore going to save every month? If I save 40,000 every month, in 10 months, my money will be complete. If I start saving this December, 10 months will be when? September, I think. Then that party can hold October 1st. That's wise realism. But someone might say, no, it has to be February 14th. No. It has to be Valentine. No, sorry, it has to be Valentine. It has to be Valentine. Oh, Valentine. How much time did you plan, brother, sister, for Valentine? Because if you're not Valentining, you might be October 1st timing and have the party through FaceTime. Well, don't leave me. So, for all of us right now who are dreamers, because I expect that all of us here are dreamers, let's be wise dreamers who add plans to our dreams. All of us, let's make Valentine plans on time. Yeah, so that Valentine will not be held on FaceTime, but it will be held in reality, in real time. Don't leave me, baby. Whoosh. So that Valentine will be held in what? Real time, not what? FaceTime. Whoosh. Don't leave me, don't leave me, don't leave me. Verse 19 says, eventually evil will pay tribute to good. Underline the word eventually. Eventually, evil will pay tribute to good. So don't get it twisted. Evil may look appealing now. Give it time. Just give it what? Time. Evil will pay tribute to good. What does that mean? Let me use the same example about foolish dreamers and wise dreamers. If we all here now start reeling out our dreams, remember, from the very beginning, I've not always used evil as bad. I've said evil, wicked, twisted, just doing things that are out of turn. If myself, Joyce, and say Ehi is my other name, Ehinoge. So Joyce and Ehi are standing together. Joyce and Ehinoge are standing together. Joyce says, I want to host a party during Valentine, right? Or Valentine. And he says, I want to host a party during Valentine. And he starts saving money. Joyce is busy building castles in the air, foolish dreaming. By February, who will hold the party? Very likely who? He. The evil in the planlessness of what Joyce was doing will bow to the good in the savings culture that he was practicing. Is it clear? So I want us to depart a little from the way we think of evil as evil is not doing what you should do. Simple. So eventually, if you keep cutting corners, you'll pay for it. You'll pay tribute. You would have to give to the person who understands the good. You would have to give of it somehow. You see why there are, and I mean, I've seen this. There was a video that who sent me that video? If I find it, well, about someone who, I love this example. They said, oh gosh, you see a young boy, you call him apprentice. Apprentice is doing work for his master, works for his master 7 to 8 years. Master sets up a shop for him, right? And then after he opens second shop, third shop, because in the 7 to 8 years of doing apprentice, he was learning in and out of the business, doing good. Good meaning understanding financial planning, understanding customer service, understanding how to source his materials. He was learning. Whereas so he was doing good. Whereas evil, in quotes, went to university. But they said to evil, come and apprentice somewhere with your university degree. Say, me for what? How? Apprentice? Don't you know I have degree? After a while, who will employ who? The owner of the 4 shops who has no degree will hire that one who has degree. Say, come here, come and go to shop 3 and go and be our accountant there. I'll pay you 40,000 naira a month. You say, yes, sir, be going. But there was a time when those 2 people wouldn't have sat side by side because one didn't get orthodox education, the other one did. But what did they do day to day with the knowledge they had? One followed structure, law. Remember, when we say God also represents structure. But the other one was doing evil by building dreams in the air and not having the wisdom to have plans on ground, feet planted. I'm sure it's clear. Eventually, evil will pay tribute to good. The wicked will respect God loyal people. The wicked will respect law loyal people. The twisted, those who do things out of order, will eventually respect those who do things in order. Case in point, Joyce refused to study when her mates were studying for SSCE. She was jumping up and down, making noise. After a while, I had to respect all those who studied when they ought to have studied. They made the grades. They were not my mates anymore, because by the time I got into University of Port Harcourt as a basic student, many of them were in year 1 and year 2. In fact, some of them were in year 3. I have to give them respect now. If university was such a place where you have to call your senior something, I would have been calling them senior. Because the wicked, those who do things twisted and out of order, will eventually respect those who do things in order. Please stay in order. It might not seem to be paying you now, but it will pay you eventually. That's what, that eventual waiting for the glory that comes with sticking with order is what we refer to as long suffering. So that suffering is not suffering from foolishness, is waiting for the day of your showing forth. That's why I said this life is not supposed to be too hard. We're not supposed to be suffering unnecessarily. We should suffer in quotes for things like this where we're waiting for the time. Verse 20 says, an unlucky loser is shunned by all, but everyone loves a winner. That's so true. So if you keep losing, don't be angry with anybody. They will not want to be around you. Just know that that's the order of things. So if you keep saying, why nobody wants to be around me, just check your life. You'll see that, people don't like to associate it with what is not working. That's order. That's the order of life. Understand it. But the moment you succeed, my son, my daughter, success has many brothers, sisters, and parents. So that's why I say to young people who I mentor, when they're like, but my family members don't want to support me, they don't believe in what I'm doing, I said, the minute you succeed, they will believe. So you just stay on the track until you succeed. Don't worry about them too much. Focus on your journey. I had a mentoring session 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. today, and we talked about these things. And I told them, look, if there is one thing you will do for yourself, if you have a strong conviction about something, stay blind and stay deaf. Stay with that thing. Learn the order about how to make that thing work so that you can become successful. When you become successful, you don't need to explain anything to anyone anymore. Guess the kind of questions you start hearing. How were you able to hold on through your hard days? What were the challenges you faced? Now you become interviewed. It becomes interview discussion. But at that time, it would have been different. So hold on. The order of things remains. If things are not working for you yet, people will not be attracted. Same way, nobody really goes to pluck fruits from a tree that has no fruits. But the moment we see the faintest sign of ripe mango, hey, alarm blow. You will see everybody start coming to the tree. It's the same law. It's the same thing. When you are being fruitful, they will come. Money follows fruit. So if you're in the season where you have planted and you are waiting for the germination of your fruit, that is the season of what? Long suffering. That's not suffering of, hey, I'm dying. That's the suffering of, wait, I'm coming. The person who plants a mango tree and the person who plants corn, don't have the same waiting time. No, they don't. So if you see me eating corn, after planting my mango, I'm eating corn every day. And you say, Joyce, where is your own mango now? Didn't you plant mango the other day? I say, it's coming. I'll just be eating my corn, jeje. It's coming. It's coming. Meanwhile, the person who is planting corn has done 4 or 5 seasons before your tree grows enough. But you see, you're watering, you're mulching, you're taking care of it, you're ensuring the light, you're taking care of the plant, you're protecting your mind, you're protecting your heart, you're staying focused, you're wearing your blinders, you're wearing your earplugs, you're showing up every day, you're studying, you're showing up with your A game. Thank you. Gathering the right information, your data collection. The thing about the mango tree is that when it starts blossoming, it almost never stops. Every year it will fruit. Every year it will fruit. Corn, except you also, of course, learn how to grow the corn business and put it into silos and dry the corn and make it do value addition till it can be powder and so on. Yes, I'm looking at the Facebook on this device to be sure that we're on track. So let's look at Verse 20 we repeat before the winner. So when you see people start loving you because you're winning, please don't fall into the trap or the temptation of saying, where were all of you in my struggling days? No, 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 don't, no, don't be foolish. Oh, please, don't be foolish. Prepare yourself. When you succeed, they're gonna come around. Be ready for them. Have their seats ready at the banquet. After all, you knew they were gonna come. And open up your arms and say, I knew you were going to come. I was expecting you. I saw this day. You didn't. Now I'm glad you've seen the realization of it. Don't fall into the trap of saying, well, in my days when I was struggling, you people didn't help me. So now I'm not going to help you. That's now doing code for code. That's now going down to their level. In fact, they're going less than their level because they didn't know any better. You did. Verse 21, it's criminal to ignore a neighbor in need. Chai. But compassion for the poor, what a blessing. Is in need or not? Do you know your neighbor? And neighbor here doesn't only mean the person who lives next to you, it means the people you meet, the people you work with, the people you meet on the bus on the way to work, on the plane, coming by your neighbors, the people around you. It's criminal to ignore a neighbor in need. Your two hands are free, or one hand is free. You are walking by somebody who is carrying 3 boxes. Offer to help to carry one. It makes you more, not less. Else, you're committing a crime in the court of the universe, and it will be held against you at some point. But compassion for the poor, what a blessing. What a blessing. So you see, in that scheduling of your income, schedule something somewhere for the poor. I'll leave it there. Verse 22. Isn't it obvious that conspirators lose out while the thoughtful win love and trust? But conspirators lose out. Those who want to machinate for evil, they will lose out with time. Just give it time. But the thoughtful win love and trust. Think it through and commit to the hard work and the sacrifice that comes with it, and you win love and trust. So if you want to win the love and the trust of your boss, become thoughtful. You want to win the love and trust of your community, become thoughtful. You want to win the love and trust of who again? Of co-workers, of spouse, of children. You want to win the love and trust of your children, become thoughtful. Just a bit more thoughtful. Put yourself in their shoes. Think about when you were that age. What were some of the proclivities you had? And cut them some slack. Stop tying them round the neck if you were never a teenager yourself. Those things you had hoped someone would do for you when you were a teenager, think through them and do it for them, but with thoughts, with communication. So if you're going to win anybody's love and trust, be thoughtful. 23 says, hard work pays off always. Mere talk puts no bread on the table. Talk all you want. So perhaps this is where people got this breadwinner from. The person who brings the bread is the breadwinner. Okay. Hard work always pays off. You follow through, you send in the invoice, you make the calls, the warm calls, the cold calls, the repeat calls, the reminder calls. You put in the invoice, you collect the money, you do the sharing, you deliver on the job, you follow up with your staff, you delegate, you train, you do the hard work. Verse 24, the wise accumulate wisdom, fools get stupider by the day. How do we get stupider? I'm sorry, how do they get stupider? By not acquiring wisdom, by not collecting wisdom. They just let life pass them by. So if you begin to accumulate wisdom from today, what are you? You are wiser. Verse 25, souls are saved by truthful witness and betrayed by the spread of lies. Please don't destroy a soul. Confirmed information. Confirm it first to be sure it is true. Before you click on the forward button, be sure that this thing is true. Don't make that mistake, that irresponsible mistake of writing forwarded as received. Forwarded as received does not mean you have investigated it. It just means you were porous, as it were, gullible, which we have studied in this verse where we said, question every thought. Sometimes we want to absolve ourselves of responsibility. So we just say, sent as received, though. In other words, I don't have the strength, power, or might to research it, though, so I just sent it as I got it. Foolish me. I added that part myself. Foolish me. Don't forward as received. If you're going to forward something, forward it in authority because you know you've done the work of clarifying and what's the word? Investigating. So don't hide behind forwarded as received. Please write, I am wiser. Write it there. Say, I am wiser. Do the investigation. Else leave it unforwarded. There's no medal for forwarding messages. Please stop it. I just wanted to drop it here to guide you people. We hear that these are new ways that kidnappers. It didn't call it bad news. It's like spreading fear. We studied it here like 4 days ago. Don't do that. Don't do that. It says when we're spreading terror, we're spreading 4 days or 3, 4. I think it was. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't. There is no merit. We already know how armed robbers operate. We know how kidnappers operate. We know how that one that you're forwarding has changed nothing. In fact, it has just increased the terror in the land. Stop it. That's not your duty in life. Your duty is to give life, not to spread fear. Because you're saying, oh, I'm just telling people so you'll be aware. But what you are actually doing, if you investigate it, is if you increase the fear of the people reading it. So they hear one sound, they're already, hey, they said that, yeah. And of course, because we also don't know the strength of the people we're forwarding these things to. So tell yourself, stop it. Verse 26, the fear of God builds up confidence. The fear of law, meaning we had said the fear of God is also the obedience of law, the understanding of law builds confidence. When you know you have done your things right, you will be confident. You go into the exam hall because you know that you studied. That fear of God. That's understanding of law. That when I study, do my assignments, do my tutorials, I will invariably pass my exams. Then you come in with confidence. So fear of God builds confidence and makes a world safe for. When there is no fear of God, you make the world less safe for your children because you might confuse them with misguidance. If you've not understood the law, exactly are you going to teach and train your children with? That is what takes safety away from them, not armed robbers out there. The safety of your children is more tampered with at home than outside. If at home we are not teaching them law and how to handle situations, then we leave them vulnerable outside. So when I hear things like, oh, this school is not helping my children, I go, whose name do the children bear? Your name or the school's name? Even the children that attend the Loyola Jesuit, Corona. Oh, Obi's son said he's happy he doesn't attend Corona because this period he would have hated the name of his school. So even if you attend, where are the supposed best schools? Loyola Jesuit, the child's name will not change from Samuel Johnson to Samuel Loyola Jesuit. The child will still bear your name. So you can't transfer the responsibility of training to a school. That's not why we send children to school. We send them to gather academic knowledge. But you see, life, values, strengths, understanding relationships, how to work with friends, they should learn from us. Full stop. Verse 27. The fear of God is a spring of living water, so you won't go off drinking from poisoned wells. Follow this wisdom that we're discussing here and don't go and drink from poisoned well that will give you corona. Drink this one that has the respect for law and order. Verse 28, the mark of a good leader is loyal followers. Leadership is nothing without a following. Now, there are people who might be following, as it were, because of what they stand to get. The moment they are not collecting that thing again, they go. That's not loyalty, please. That's not what we're referring to. Loyalty is a case where you get or you no get with under. We pin, we go nowhere. If people are only around a person because of what they stand to gain from them, that's not loyalty. So the mark of leadership is when you have people who will be loyal to you come what may. We all need it. Please don't fool yourself and say, well, I don't care whether they stay with me or they don't stay with me. It's a lie. You do, and you should. Because if they don't stay with you come what may, your security is threatened. The continuation of your dream is threatened. If you have an organization that you intend to pass on to your next generation, meaning your children, and you have staff that will have to be there to work for your children, yet they are not loyal to you, you've invariably set up your children to fail. Cheers. Oh, what are you drinking tonight? I'm drinking water. Pure, unadulterated alkaline water, using my alkaline cup. Let me top it with some more water. We're almost done for tonight. Slowness to anger, verse 29, makes for deep understanding. Don't be quick to be angry. If you're quick to be angry, you'll be slow to understand. They are directly proportional to it. Is it directly proportional or inversely proportional? If you're quick to anger, you'll be slow to understanding. If you're quick to anger, you'll be slow to understanding. If you're slow to anger, you'll be quick to understand. So let anger be far from you. Joyce, hear word. A quick-tempered person stockpiles stupidity. If You're always angry, 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 angry. Somebody has not finished talking, you're angry. Somebody has not finished talking, you're angry. You'll be stockpiling some stupidity because you are not processing the information being given. You're giving into the whim of anger. Verse 30 says, a sound mind makes for a robust body, but runaway emotions corrode the bones. So when you see my baby girl glowing things, please understand that somewhere, somehow, the soundness of my mind will show up on my skin. Somebody was asking me about my skin routine. Woo! Skin routine number one, soundness of mind, peace of mind, presence of mind, not stockpiling stupidity, slowness to anger. You got me now? Drinking of water. No game. Get some sound mind. To change your robustness of body, get some sound mind. But runaway emotions corrode the bones. Always angry, always bitter, always angry. It will show now. After a while, if nothing else, you start having what do you wrinkles, and what do you call, your veins will be showing. You're always angry. It will show. Verse 31, insult your maker when you exploit the wicked, the powerless. I beg your pardon. You insult your maker when you exploit the powerless. You insult God when you exploit those who have no power against you. When you are kind to the poor, you honor God. When you are the poor, doesn't necessarily only mean the poor in finance. It means even the poor in heart and in understanding. Allow me, at the risk of sounding immodest, to use the example of WISER. I knew the value of what was going to be shared in this program. You see, this program is a life changer. This one, I had said it to my team from long time. I had hoped we would make some money from it, but after a while I said, no, this is not the money making program. This is the one where the more people we can get in, because I know that many people are of poor mind. They don't have this wisdom. They don't have this knowledge that can transcend to wisdom. So let's make the price so low that all they're paying for is to ensure we have our data. We pay for some of the adverts we made. We have monies to give gifts to our WISER heads so that we don't run at a loss under pressure. As simple as that. As what? Simple as that. When I got the bill today about prices of what gifts we want to give to our WISER heads, there was no tension, because from all the monies that have been paid, the 1,003 here and there, we have enough to buy these appreciation gifts to give to our WISER heads. Thank you for coming to speak here. None of them asked us for money. If they were going to ask us for money, would we have been able to pay them from this 1,003 we collected? So, no, now. So for me, the kindness was, let's give to the people who don't have as much as we do in the place of wisdom. And I know this is honor unto God, my maker, and unto law that guides the universe where I operate. I have done something for my future that will pay me for the rest of my life. Simple. As much as people are benefiting from it, guess what? I am also benefiting from it. I'm benefiting from it. Verse 32. The evil of bad people leaves them out in the cold. When you continuously do bad, after a while, everybody will shut you out. The day you need help, nobody will come to you. It doesn't pay eventually. No. That's why some people cannot come out of their houses without mopo, because they are now paranoid with fear for all the evils they know they've done. Is that a way to live? No. Many of them are not happy. They're not free. They can't just chill with friends, with family, because people will leave you out in the cold. The integrity of good people creates a safe place for living. For this, whenever I think of this, I think of Madiba, Nelson Mandela. He lived a free man. Who wanted to kill him? Nobody. The integrity of the good creates a safe place for living. I am going to live healthy, free, and safe. There is a formula to it. What is the formula? Live a life of integrity. And honor God, honor your maker, honor the law. Live a life of integrity. It will create safety. Verse 33, Lady Wisdom is at home in an understanding heart. When your heart is open to understanding, Lady Wisdom will stay with you. Remember, we met Wisdom with our coach yesterday. Wisdom likes to keep company with those who have understanding heart. But if the heart is constantly closed, she takes her leave. Fools never even get to say hello. Before you say hello to her, she don't run. Because she's like, your mouth they smell. Yeah, they smell. But to make her stay, and you remember when she comes with all. She comes with prudence, she comes with wealth, she comes with health, she comes with all her friends and the things that she owns. So to keep her, have an understanding heart. Touch yourself and say, call your name and say, understand. Leave room for understanding. Open your heart till you understand. Question it until you get the answers you seek and understand. Then wisdom will be at home with you. Don't have a closed mind, a closed heart. No. Open it to understanding. Verse 34 and 35, our last verses for tonight. God devotion makes a country strong. God avoidance leaves people weak. I know the question you want to ask. So why is our country so weak when we all devote so much to God? Who knows the answer? I'm waiting. Somebody should answer in the comments. Why is Nigeria seemingly so weak when as a nation corporately we seem so devoted to God? Why are we like those who have avoided God weak as a nation? Why? Please write the answers in the comments. Write the answers in the comments. I'm waiting for answers. We're definitely not very wise. Yes. How? We're just religious. How? Tell us. Break it down. Religion isn't devotion to God. Okay, somebody has said seem. I used the word seem. Break it down. There's something we are not devoted to law. Jennifer, that's it. We are not devoted to order. Devotion to order! Rosie, you got it. The moment we become devoted to law and order as a people in this country, give it 2 years, we will become first world, because we are such bright minds. All we need is devotion to order, devotion to law. if we bring resource out of the ground here, only those who are competent enough in this resource should administer it, not the incompetent. If we want to see human capital grow, only those competent in human capital should be given the ability to man this, not those who are loyal to political party. Law and order. So that if somebody goes out of law, the person will be meted with the right punishment. When that is amiss, see where we are. All we need is law and order. Mark my words. In our day, you and I, alive and strong and well, we will see this country become a country of law and order. You and I will make it happen. It will happen. Verse 35 as we close. Diligent work gets a warm commendation. Shiftless work earns an angry rebuke. Should your work constantly be received by angry rebukes? Check it. Before you label, they don't like me. No, it might not be that they don't like you. It might just be that your work was not well thought through. I remember when my dad gave me something to print. Let's say the year 2000. I must have been about 18 years. I had gotten into university, or 19. He gave me a document. He had written something. He said, go to the business center, type this thing and print it out for me. I went to the business center, I typed it, and I brought it back to him. He looked at this thing. I could see how angry he was. Anyway, after a while, he went to the business center by himself and did it again. My annoyance was he doesn't appreciate anything. He's always angry. But you see, when he brought his own letter back and put it side by side mine, should we tell them? My own, from top to here, I wrote here for him to sign because the entire letter was so short. I ended everything in the half of the sheet. His own, he spread it out properly, used a bigger font, centralized, and then put the thing to sign at the bottom. Joyce received brain. It's called spacing. Spacing, the understanding of spacing and fonting and all of that comes from what? Formatting. Understanding formatting comes from diligence. To understand it to the point where you know it and do it with order. So please check. For you who may have labeled your employers, your employees, your colleagues, and they say they're always complaining about me. It's because I'm the only Yoruba in the office. It's because I'm the only Igbo in the office. It's because this, it's because that. Check your work again. Perhaps your fonts are not right, and I'm speaking figuratively now. Perhaps your fonts are not right. Perhaps your spacing, your, what do you call it? There's a word you use. Formatting. Perhaps the entire formatting of the work, the way you work, the way you relate to people, perhaps there's something off. Check it again and add some diligence to it. On this journey of getting wiser, My joy is that we will all see results. Only if we do the work. All that we have said and studied together, do. Do. Tell yourself, I will do. I will do. I do. I apply. I act. I do. I apply. I act. I do. Have a good night. Sleep well. May the angels of the Lord massage you as you sleep. Yes, I've said this, I've made this declaration for years, and there are times angels of God are meant to minister to me for my comfort, massage my back as I sleep. And many times I wake up refreshed. May the angels of the Lord massage you as you sleep, massage your head. May they massage your shoulders, massage your arms, massage your backs and your legs. May you churn over and over the information you have gotten today. May your sleep be sweet and easy, that you might wake up tomorrow to apply that which has been stayed in you tonight. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. And I will see you by the grace of God at 6 a.m. tomorrow, being day 15. Ah! See you tomorrow. We move.